Contaminated cannabis warning. Vermont regulators are recalling a batch of pesticide-coated pot. Channel 3's Calvin Cutler looks at how the tainted product got into circulation and what it means for Vermont's fledgling cannabis industry.
Last week, a Vermonter came to the Cannabis Control Board reporting headaches and nausea. Lab results showed that the pot, grown by Holland Cannabis, sold in 5 retail locations, contained the pesticide called Eagle 20.
It's approved in Vermont for certain kind of consumable products, including apples and grapes, but it's not approved for cannabis.
So regulators pulled the cannabis from the shelves and put out a health advisory. We reached out to Holland's legal team, but haven't heard back. Cannabis in Vermont goes through a lengthy regulatory process. Dave Silberman is the co-founder of Flora Cannabis, a retail store in Middlebury. He says before any cannabis touches his store shelves, he asks for certifications of analysis from a licensed lab, checking for pathogens and pesticides.
So that we can honestly say to our customers, this is tested, this is safe, this is quality assured, you know what you're getting. Without that, why are we here?
State law mandates a sample of every strain sold needs to be tested before it leaves the growing facility and once more after processing. The cannabis also needs to pass a product registration process, checks on labels and health warnings. And Pepper says not all of the products were fully registered.
Had they made it through the process, they probably would have never ended up on the shelves.
Regulators are now investigating how the cannabis became contaminated and why it wasn't detected by lab testing. Despite a slower than anticipated rollout of the adult use marketplace, this is the first hiccup. Pepper stresses going forward, the state needs its own testing capacity rather than relying on private labs.
I think this situation will hopefully expedite the ability for us to get that.
The contaminated cannabis will now be quarantined and destroyed. Reporting in Montpelier, Calvin Cutler, Channel 3 News.
Symptoms from that contamination can include a rash, headache, stomach pain, vomiting, and nosebleeds. If you are experiencing any of these conditions, get medical help. Regulators say you should also file a complaint with the Cannabis Control Board.